Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner. I'm Elsie Johnson. We are two sisters, Southern Cooking. Hey y'all, it's Debbie. So I'm going to make some fabulous biscuits. Okay, so I know I've talked about this brand before, Southern Biscuit. I don't know if it's in all areas of the United States, but you just have to add buttermilk to it. But we're going to jazz it up some. So I'm going to go ahead and make double the portion. So it is 3 1/4 cup of the Southern Biscuit complete mix. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that in here. I had to get a big container to be able to mix this up in, and I have 2 cups of shredded cheddar. And I'm going to go ahead and add that in right now and just kind of mix it to combine it, and then I'll start adding in my buttermilk. So I have 3 cups of buttermilk, so normally you would be using 1.5 cups and 1 cup of shredded cheddar. I made these biscuits last week. It was just something I decided, oh, I'm going to try this, and I decided to make my own like little recipe here. And everybody was like, oh my god, those biscuits were the bomb. So I went ahead and decided we're going to make them again for our pork chop biscuits. So we're going to do a country fried pork chop, and they are boneless and they're real thin, but we're going to smash them out with our mallet, and then we're going to fry them up in a dredge, and we're going to cook them up. They're going to be so good. I was talking to Elsie, I was thinking maybe we should make a little gravy to put on top. I'm not sure, we'll have to think about that. So I've got it pretty much combined here. As you see, everything is coated in here. And I'm going to go ahead and start pouring in my buttermilk. And we'll do a little bit at a time because I don't want a big soggy mess here. We want to be able to slowly bring it together to look like a shaggy dough. And that's what I said. It looks like biscuits end up looking like a shaggy dough. If you have fancy biscuits that end up looking like rolls, they might be a little too refined. You just want some nice shaggy dough. I'll probably have to end up taking my ring off here in a minute and getting my hands in here. Get all the buttermilk out. Oh, this buttermilk, it smells so good with this. When we bake these, I'm going to put it in a skillet or one of our cast iron baking trays, and we'll put some parchment paper on it and bake it. And then when we get it out, we'll just put some softened butter on it. You can put garlic butter if you want to, but I'm telling you, we'll just put garlic or just a regular good old softened butter on it. It was so good that I had them requesting this again this week. So there is a similar recipe on the back end of the bag that is similar to this, but by all means does not have as much cheese, and I think that made the key on this recipe from last week was the cheese that we added in just gave it such a nice flavor, and it was so soft and tender. It really was. So I'm going to go ahead and just mix the rest of this in so I have it all incorporated. You don't want to over mix this because you don't want your biscuit to be tough, because by all means these biscuits were not tough last week. They were really delicious, and that buttermilk always makes it soft and tender. Alright, I'm just getting it all combined so we don't have any kind of gooey mess with extra flour from the biscuit remaining. Okay, I think I'm ready to call it quits here because I don't want to overdo this, and I want to be able to make sure that this remains a nice and tender biscuit. So we're going to go ahead and get this ready to put into our skillet with our parchment paper, and we're going to bake it up, and I'll let you know all that, the timing and everything. I ended up extending the timing because our biscuits were so big, they were drop biscuits, that it ended up taking a little longer to bake them. So I want you to know that typically it's about 12 to 15 minutes for a biscuit to bake in the oven for a normal 3-inch biscuit, but our biscuits ended up being about 5 inches, I believe it was, and so they were pretty big. So I did double my recipe, so we have nice tall cheese biscuits, and we're going to go ahead and pop these into the oven, and we will see you guys when it comes out. Hey y'all, it's Debbie. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to put our biscuits on here, and we're going to go ahead and start baking these up. These are drop biscuits, so where you drop them, that's where they're going to be. So I'm making them big because we want them to hold pork chops. You know, those thinly sliced chicken fried pork chops. So we're going to want them to be able to be panned up. We have to put these in here into a tight area because we want them to be able to be tall. So got lots of cheese in them. Okay. These are going to be so good. What you making in there, sis?
Scrambling up the eggs.
Oh, for our scrambled eggs. Okay, gotcha. So you just kind of put them in between so they can all kind of like, you want them to kind of push each other up, so you want to put them kind of close together. Because once they melt, they're going to spread a little bit. I'm trying to get them to where they would stand up tall. They're going to be some big biscuits. But this is double the amount of the biscuits. we never cook normal portions. We don't. We never do.
We always double everything.
We do. But Lord, we're feeding like 7-8 people. So yeah, we have to double our portions. So we're celebrating Roger's birthday today. And we made him some cupcakes. He doesn't know that his daughter is coming this weekend and that she's surprising him coming. And by the time this video airs, she will have already came and gone. So he won't know nothing. So Elsie's going to bake him a German chocolate cake on his birthday. Her daughter's here, the grandkids are here. Alright. This is going to be some gigantic biscuits, but I want them nice and tall. So, we're going to make them all pretty. Drop biscuits. Alright guys, We will show you what they look like when we come out. They're going to be some nice gooey soft butter to put on top of it, and it's going to be so good, y'all. We'll see you guys in our next video. I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie. We're two sisters Southern cooking.
And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.
This show is produced by Two Sisters Productions, McRae, Georgia.